So, you gonna have minion at your house for Yontif?
What's that?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, wait a second.
Are you muted?
Yeah, okay. You,
Oh. Are you gonna have minion at your house on Yontif?
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, we had about 30 people tonight for Mincha.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Are you home or are you going to Palm Springs?
No, I'm home. I'm home for Yontif.
Good. It's a shame about Leah Reese, you know.
I can't believe I heard it last night. I was at a EULA function. And someone
Terrible.
told me, I said, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure? What happened, you know?
Yeah, she had like it's something with her aorta. They went in for surgery, and I
Oh.
guess she had a massive heart attack. But she went, we just went to. They didn't expect it. It was so unexpected. They figured it was just like repairing it, but who knows what happened? I don't know.
During the surgery, she died?
On the surgery table, yeah.
Oh my God.
We went in for she. Who knows if the doctor, the hospital, being in Lakewood, I don't know if they have good hospitals there or not.
Yeah, who knows? That's a shame.
Yeah.
This also this Stillerman or whatever her name is. Someone else died yesterday. This Lubavitch lady, she was like a
Tina
partner.
Turner died.
I went tonight. Mrs. Bostomsky died. She was 95.
Oh,
They-
Mrs.
they-
Bostomsky.
the
Oh,
one-
wow.
The one that lives, the daughter lives on Saul Newman. You know Saul
Yeah,
Newman.
Newman, right. Saul Newman,
That's the
right.
son-in-law. So he comes by me all the time. But I went to Shiva call tonight there by the house.
Yeah.
They had 10 children. She had 10 children,
Wow.
5 boys and 5 girls. Well, so they're all sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny.
Tina Turner died.
Tina Turner.
No.
But there's no Shiva, it's Shavuos.
That's
they
right.
go
We have
over-
to sit.
Yeah.
She gave up her U.S. citizenship. She became a Swiss.
Yeah, she looks Swiss. Her husband was like 20 years younger than her.
He beat the
Yeah.
crap out of her every night.
That was the first one.
The first one, yeah.
I don't know about
yeah.
the second one.
Second one,
Listen.
she had money. It was no big deal.
Listen, if he didn't beat her up, she wouldn't have been able to write that song.
Yeah, you're always looking at the bright side, Alan.
Yeah.
Nope. That's what you call no pain, no gain.
All right.
That's right. Oh golly, that's
Yeah,
the
she was
life.
good. She was good. How old was Leah Reese? She could have been that old.
69.
69.
Leah Reese died?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, I just
goodness,
heard
I bought my
last night.
house from her.
She was a good
Oh,
lady. yeah.
right.
What happened?
She had a heart attack on the table. She had some problem, and they were going to do surgery or something. And I guess she had a massive heart attack. And I think so. That's what happened.
Oy vey, I'm sorry.
She was a good lady.
I think the Kraus.
What was that?
Wonder if the Krauses are still in New York.
Oh, I don't know.
Whatever.
Oh, it's a shock.
Well, I guess it's a good time to go right before Shavuos.
Yeah. Why? No.
You don't have
no-
any Shiva.
no
You know,
Shiva,
one
yeah.
day done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hola.
Hi, Mario.
Hello. Oh,
Mario. Hello.
Hey, Walter, how are you?
Good. How are you?
BH.
Good. Good. What's happening?
Getting ready
Kenny,
for
you home for
Yontif.
tours? Kenny, you home?
Yeah, we rented out. Oxnard's starting to rent, so I'll take it.
Okay.
They have a bill on the measure in the house in California to charge anyone who does Airbnb like me 15% additional tax. So not only do I pay the county of Ventura 8%, plus they have a registration fee of $1,100 a year. Now they want another 15%. It's ridiculous.
That guy gets on the internet today, the black guy. Come on, pay up the reparations. Let's go, let's go. That black guy up in Northern California. He says, don't so cheap. Pay up the $5 million reparation to all of us. Hilarious. Yeah, what a horror. It was never a slave in California. They never had slaves here.
Not a
Go to
slave state. It
Alabama.
came in as a free
There
state.
were no white people living here. It was a bunch of Mexicans and Indians.
And a couple of Hungarians. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all died in 2010.
Okay,
Where are we
Uh,
holding?
Hey.
hey Ahmed Aleph,
Oh,
okay? Tomorrow night, I think, is it 11:40, Harold, or
it's the
midnight?
first one, 11:40. Yeah.
We're gonna learn 11:40 Daf Yomi at Young Israel of Hancock Park, 11:40,
Till what? 4 or 5? Till what time?
probably an hour.
Okay.
And then we can accompany each other home on the walk,
Yeah.
those that are gonna walk home.
Yeah. Who's carrying?
Well, Jake Litwin is probably gonna come with me.
Oh, good.
And if Walter's there and you and I,
I'm carrying my fist. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
we'll have 4 or 5 people walking in our direction, so we'll have.
Harold, I'll walk you home.
Kenny, just walk with your shirt off. That'll scare everybody away.
Yeah.
Kenny, maybe you can walk me home also. How's
I'll
that?
walk you home, Walter. Door-to-door service. I'll bring Moose.
Now,
Oh.
Friday, we will learn in shul, an hour before Mincha. Harold, is there a time?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Probably 6 o'clock.
Mincha? Why? No, it's Yontif. Much
Friday.
later.
No.
7:15, 7:20, 7:30. You can't make Yontif Shani and Yontif Rishon. So no, it'll be late.
Oh, okay, so let's learn at
6:30.
6:30, no problem.
Okay.
We can wait till
6:30.
the Colado comes out and then we'll.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Friday will
Yeah,
take
for
the
sure.
time.
6:30 Friday, 6:30 Shabbos.
That makes it very late. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk back again because
And
I'll
then,
pick you up, Walter.
and
No,
then-
no. it's also at night. That night there, it's dangerous at night. Huh?
What do you mean?
You don't think it's dangerous?
It's dangerous at night. It is.
Well, we're gonna have a group, tomorrow night, we're gonna have a large group walking home. And even walking there, we could all meet, at Harold's house, and the 3 of us could walk together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
we
carry
can
the
walk home.
cheesecake.
I'll bring the baseball bat.
I'll bring cheesecake.
Okay,
I'll bring the tequila.
If I bring my gun,
Yeah.
who's gonna walk me?
Just run across the alley.
George, in your neighborhood, do people walk at night or people are afraid to walk at night?
I walk. I'm going to be at Chabad,
Okay,
but I'll do the shiur
Chabad
tomorrow.
is afraid of nothing.
What?
Right.
Chabad is afraid of nothing.
Nothing. No, I'm at Yossi Kunin, so it's at his house, 910 Beverly. So
okay,
that's what I'm doing. And Nati, who was the chazan at Young Israel North Beverly Hills, is now over by him, so he's also going to be there. So we'll have it in some way or form, shape.
okay.
That's good.
But I'm like you. I'm at my age. I can't promise I'll be up all night.
Right, no, I don't stay up all night anymore.
No. Actually, my sister Aggie, okay?
Yes,
Bob is way older than you and I.
yes.
He's up all the time. His Daf Yomi starts at 9 and goes from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice,
I don't know how he does it.
nice.
Kol hakavod.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday, we talked about a person who came from China with a get, and he was not able to say b'fanai nechta, b'fanai nechta. So the question is, why couldn't he say it? So, ile macher is because he's a deaf mute, so he can't speak. Cherish bar Yitzuya Gitu? A cherish cannot serve as a shaliach for a get. Vatnan hakol ksherim laviat a get. Chutz mi cherish shoyte v'katan. A deaf mute, somebody who's lost his faculties, and a minor. What do these three things have in common? They have no das. Now,
No.
somebody without a das cannot serve as a shaliach. So, who is it that's bringing this get that cannot recite b'fanai nechta, b'fanai nechta? Amar Rav Yosef Hachmaskin Kon shenesanu lo kishu pikeach. The husband in China gave this shaliach a get. He was a normal guy. Although he speak lumber b'fanai nechta, then on the way to Israel, he became a deaf mute. Now, l'rava nicha. We have an argument, as we've been learning, between Rav and Rabbah as to why we say b'fanai nechta, b'fanai nechta. Rava says that's to do with Adim. And the Mishnah said, if the person cannot recite b'fanai nechta, b'fanai nechtam, if there are Adim on the get, they certify the get based on checking the signatures. Fine. That works according to Rava's pshat, that the problem with the reason why you say b'fanai nechtam, because you don't have the Adim here. But L'Rabba, who said that it has to do with not writing the get lishma, what does certifying the Adim's signature solve the problem of lishma? So the Gemara answers, so the Gemara now gives a new concept that we haven't had before, that in later generations, even in China, even outside of Eretz Yisrael, they learned how to write a get lishma. And therefore, there's no lishma problem. Yachi, Yachol Nami. So even an aid, a regular aid who's not a cheresh, shouldn't have to say b'fanai nechtam, according to him. It's enough the chasimas ha'edim, because if everyone knows lishma, then it's not a problem anymore. So the Gemara says, Gzeir shemiyachzor davar l'kulku. They kept this takana of saying b'fanai nechtam, because they're concerned that the people outside of Israel will forget. They won't know that there has to be ksiva lishma. So the Gzeir remains. Yachi eno yachol nami. So certifying the get with signatures also shouldn't work, because if there's a gzeira that you have to say b'fanai nechtam, it shouldn't work. So the Gemara gives another interesting answer. Pikeach v'nischaresh milsa de lo shchich. The case where the husband gave the shaliach the get to bring when he was normal, and then he got sick on the way to Eretz Yisrael, that's something that's not common. Umilsa de lo shchicha lo ygozer b'rabban. The Rabbanon only make gzeiros when there's something common. Since this is not a common, the Gzeira doesn't apply in this case. The Gemara of a woman, we said, can also serve as the shaliach to bring the get. Now, having an isha serve as the shaliach is also not a davar shkiach. Utnan, ha'isha atzma v'yagita. The woman can bring it. I mean, if the chachamim do not make a gzeira when it's not a shchiach, then why does a woman, when she brings the get as a shaliach, does she have to say b'fanei nechta? The Gemara answers a lo pluk, shlo tachlok b'shlichus. If we start saying, oh, this shaliach has to say it, that shaliach doesn't have to say it, people are going to forget, it's going to lead to problems. So, ihochi bal nami. Well, if it's a general rule that whoever brings it has to say it, no matter what, then even when the husband brings it, he should have to say it. Alama Tanya, who atzmo she'evigito and it's lomer fanei. When the husband himself brings the get, he doesn't have to say that. Now, based on the answer we just gave, shelo tachlok b'shlichus, we should require the husband to say it too. So, time of my rabbanon tzarich lomer fanei nechtam. One of the reasons that the rabbanon wanted the person bringing the get to say this is dilma osi bal ma'aru pasale, because otherwise the husband will come and say this is a counterfeit get and say that the get's not good. Here the husband is bringing the get by himself. You're going to worry that he's going to passel it? He wouldn't bring the get, he would just tear it up. So here, the reason we don't need b'fanei nechtam when the husband brings it, because we're not concerned that he's going to passel the get. Toshma. The boy minei Shmuel Ravuna. Shmuel asked the following question of Ravuna. Shnaim sheviu get mimdina sayam. Two people, not one, two people bring a get from China. Tzrichin sheyamru b'fanei nechtam or ain't tzrichin? Do they have to recite this formula or not? Amar le Ravuna answered, ein tzrichin. They don't have to say it. Uma ilu yomru. If they didn't even bring the get, if two witnesses show up from China and say, this woman, we saw her get a divorce from her husband, gave her a get in Besdin in China. If that's what they testified to, without bringing the get, they say, b'fanenu gersha, milo me'emni, we would certainly believe them. So certainly, when they bring the get, we're going to believe that the get was done properly and they don't have to say it. So, l'Rava nicha. Rava was the one who said that the reason we say b'fanei nechtam is because the Eidim were in China and we don't have Eidim here. But here we have the two Eidim. So that's why there's no problem. But l'Rabba, who held that the reason you have to say b'fanei nechtam is because of the Lishma problem, you still have the Lishma problem. Again, the Gemara gives the answer that this is a period of time when the people outside of Eretz Yisrael learn how to write a get lishma. So what do you mean? Even one witness or one shaliach that brings the get wouldn't have to say b'fanei nechtam because everybody knows how to do it lishma. So the Gemara says, we're concerned that people will forget about the lishma. So the Chacham made a gzeira that even though me'ikra din chad nami doesn't have to say it, we make him say it. Yachi beitrei nami. If it's a gzeira, it should make a difference. One guy, two guys. The two people should say it too. So again, the Gemara gives a similar answer to what we gave before. Beit Trey, the Maisu Gita is Milsa de Loshchich. Two people to be given shlichus by a husband to bring a get, that's a davar shaloshchiach. That's not common. In that case, there's no gzeira, and that's why they don't have to say it. A woman bringing a get, or even her get, is also something that's not common. Utnan, if you're telling me that the Chacham did not make a gzeira for something that's not shchiach, how come a woman, which is something that's not shchiach, is required to say before nechta? And for the Gemara shlo tachloch b'shlichus, we want to make a lo plug. No, all shlichus have to do it. Yachi bal nami. If a husband brings it, we should make him say it as well because of the lo plug. Alama tanya hu atzma shevi get gito. If the baal brings his own get, ain't no tzarich lo merfanei nechta. So the Gemara answers time of my omer rabban and tzarich lo merfanei nechta. Why did the Chacham need this dilma asi bal ma'ar pasulei? The husband's going to come and say it's counterfeit and possible to get, and make her children mamzeri. Hashta min kit nakitlei biyadei. Here he's bringing the get by himself. He's going to say that's not a good. He would have torn it up if he doesn't want the get to be given. Toshma. Hamevi get Mendina Sayam. Person came from China with a get. Unasnala, and gave it to the woman. And didn't say what he's supposed to say. So if we can find people who know these Eidim signature, and we can certify the Eidim in this kind of kosher, the imlav pasul. If we cannot certify the Eidim, and he could not say before nechtam, the gets pasul. Havilo tzruch lomar before nechtam, lahachmir aleh and lahakal aleh. The whole point is to make it easier for her. So, Rava nicha. Again, according to Rava, that says the issue about the Eidim. So that's why you have to certify the Eidim. The Rabbah who talks about Lishma, here it doesn't satisfy the Lishma. It also occurred in a generation after they learned to write Gittin Lishma. I thought there's a Gzeira, maybe they'll forget. So the Gemara says this is a special Kula Kishanisis. We're talking about the woman already got married. So the Chachamim don't want to be machmir to make her get divorced from the second husband just because of this Gzeira of B'fanei Nechta. Ihachi Havi Lahutzah Chulomer B'fanei Nechta Aleh. It's not to make her, it's Mishum Zenitzu. The reason is because she got married. So the Gemara says, so maybe you'll tell me we should be machmir and force her to get divorced from the second husband that she married based on that original divorce. So Chachamim do not require to get divorced. In this situation, they don't stand on their gzeir. Time am I Dilmasi Balmar Pasule. The whole problem is that maybe the husband is going to say that the get's not good. Hashta Balo Kamara. The husband is not having a problem. Anan Neka Munara. We're going to come and make a problem, so we're not. Now, Beplukted Rav Yechon Rav Yeshu ben Levi. We thought Rabba and Rava are Amiroim. We thought that this machlokas was merely a machlokas Amiroim. But now, the Gemara is saying it's really machlokas Rav Yochanan and Rav Shimon ben Levi, they're Tanoim. Chad Amar Lefi Shein B'Kiyin Lishma. V'chad Amar Lefi Shein Edim Mitzum L'Kama. The same machlokas. Tistayim Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi who the Amar Lefi Shein B'Kiyin Lishma. That Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi has the opinion that the B'fanei Nechtav statement is because that we're not sure that the get was written Lishma. How do we know this? Rav Shimon bar Abba Isaac Gittin Daf Rav Shimon ben Levi. Rav Shimon ben Levi brought a get to Rabbi Shimon ben Levi. He asked Rabbi Shimon ben Levi, do I have to say b'fanei nechta? Amar le lo tzrius. Lo amar ela b'doras harishonim. We only said that in early generations. Shein b'kin lishma. They didn't know how to write Gittin lishma. Ava b'doras achronim the b'kin lishma lo. Tistayim. So we see that Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi's issue is lishma. V'tizber, is that so? Number one, Rabba Islay de Rabba. We already said that Rabba, who talked about lishma, agreed with Rava that there's also a problem with Eidim. The Gezerah remained because they were concerned people would forget. There was a second person with Rav Shimon bar Abba. There were two Eidim. They just didn't mention the other person because of how great Rav Shimon is. But there were two people. So that's why they didn't have to say b'fanei nechtam, because we already learned if two people come, you don't need to say it. Itmar. When the shaliach comes to give the woman the get, if they kama nois nola, in front of how many people? Rav Yochanan, Rav Chanina, Chad Amar b'fnei Shnayim. They have to do it in front of at least two witnesses. The Chad Amar b'fnei Shlosha, three, like a bezdin. Tistayim, I'm going to prove to you the Rav Yochanan who the Amar b'fnei Shnayim. That it's Rav Yochanan says you can get away with two. The Ravin bar Rav Chizda Isaac Gittin Daf Rav Yochanan. Ravin brought a get to Rav Yochanan. The Amar le'zil have laba'ape trey. Go find two people and give it to the woman. Ve'emalu b'fanei nechta b'fanei nechta. So tistayim that Rav Yochanan was the one that said you only need two. And what's this machlokes? Whether you need two or three. Lema b'hal kamifli. Demand Amar b'fnei Shem k'saver lefi shein b'kiyin lishma. The one who says that you only need two, the problem is because they weren't writing Getim Lishma. So if since it was testified that it was written Lishma, that's enough. There are no Eidim around who know the signature on this get. So they need to testify in front of three, which is a bezdin, when they try to certify this get. V'tizber, is that so? If Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi is the one that says the problem is lack of lishma, it's Rabbi Yochanan. It must be Rabbi Yochanan that said the problem with b'fanei nechtam is because you don't have the Eidim here. So if there's no Eidim, you'd have to certify in front of the bezdin. How can Rav Yochanan get away with just two? Everybody holds of Rava, even Rava holds of that. You need Eidim who are present, who can certify the get's signatures. V'hacha b'shliach nasa aid, ve'aid nasa dain kamifli. Can the shliach turn around and be an aid? And can the aid turn around and serve as a dayan? Mandam Rav Neshnaim Tzavar Shliach Nasa Aid, ve'aid Nasa Dayan. The shliach can be an aid, and the aid can be a dayan as well. So the shliach testifies on the truthfulness of the get, and he can be mitzaref to two others, and they make a bezin of three. But Mandam Rav Shlosha says you need three without him. Why? Tzavar Shliach Nasa Aid. He agrees that the shliach can be an aid, but ein aid nasa dayan. An aid cannot turn around and serve as one of the dayanim, so you need three.
What do we paskin about that between that machlokas?
B'davar shu medivrei soifrin, ha'aid nasa dayan. When it comes to rabbinic law, an aid can be a dayan.
Okay.
As long as the shliach is not nogeh b'davar, he can serve as an aid as well, says the Rambam.
Okay.
Rather, the machlokas is something else. The Marskavar, even the Isha Ksher Lavias Aged, a woman is a kosher shliach to bring a get. Zimnin de Maisela Itza V'Samchi Allah. She'll bring a get. She'll rely on the get to get married. A woman cannot be mitzvah to a bezdin. So there's no bezdin to be makabel the edus. That's why I always needed three people, since a woman might come. Now, the Yiddish, Rabbi Yochanan says it's enough to have two. Isha made a yadi v'lo samchel. So people know that a woman cannot serve as a dayan. And they don't really rely on her. So we bring a third person, so there's no gzeira. Tani kavasid Rav Yochanan that you only need two. I maybe get Medina Sayyam. Somebody brought a get from China, V'nosnu law, and they gave it to the women, V'lo amr la b'fanei nechtam, Yotzi. And she got married to another husband. We force a divorce and a Vlad Mamzer. If she had any children with the new husband, she was an HSC, the get was not good, the Verb Meir. The Chachamim ain't a Vlad Mamzer. What do the Chachamim say he has to do? Ketzad Yaseh. The Shaliach comes, Yitlenu Emena, takes it from her, V'yazler v'yitnenu lo b'fnei shnayim. He re-gives it to her in front of two, V'yoymar, b'fanei nechtam. You see, clearly you don't have to do it in front of two, not in front of three.
And that would make it retroactive then?
Yes. Now, Reb Meir, Mishum Shlo Omar b'fanei nechtam, which is just a rabbinic din, Yotzi v'avlad mamzer. Even when an aide saw that the get is a good get, and it's just because they didn't say b'fanei nechtam, they're machmir to such an extent. The word says in. Reb Meir l'tamei, yes. Reb Meir l'tamei. Shomer avunan mishnei de'ula. Oimrei of Meir. Kol ha'mishanim imadbeir shetovu chachamim begitten. Arei ze Yotzi v'avlad mamzer. So the din is if he didn't say b'fonei nechtam, the shliach goes back, takes the get, and gives it back to her, and says it before two. We hold like the Chachamim. You can correct the problem, not like Rav Meir. Now, Bar Hadei, boy la sugita. Bar Hadei wanted to bring a get from one country to another. Also, Kamei Ravachi Dahavia Mamunagi was brought in front of Ravachi, who was in charge of Gittin. Armalei, tzarcha ta'lamed al kol ois v'ois. You better watch every letter when the get is written, and everything is done perfect. However, asla kamein ravami ravasi armalei lo tzrichas. You don't have to look at every letter. You just have to be there. That in general, things were done correctly. Why don't we do l'chumra to check after every letter? Because people will say that the gittin that previous shlichim brought, they weren't checked good enough. So the din is we don't make, if a person, we don't listen to a person who wants to watch every letter. Because you're going to be motzi las on previous gittin. Rabbi Bar Chana, I sigite, half of it was written in front of them, and half of it was not. Also, when Rav Elazar, Armalei, afilu lo kosev ba'alashita, achat lishma, shuvein tzarich. Once you see him write one sentence lishma, you don't have to watch any remainder writing. And that's the halacha. The shliach doesn't have to watch the whole ksivus again, as long as he sees partial. That's enough to be able to testify the fanay nechta b'fanay nechta. Okay? A gittin erev yontif to everybody.
Good yontif, everybody.
And we'll see
So when are we
everyone
meeting tomorrow at midnight?
11:40.
11:40.
You don't want to learn early.
How
in
did
the
you get to
afternoon?
11:40?
We can learn